I think the theater community has always been my safe space, and I grew up, singing and dancing my whole life, and so the internet was kind of a little veer off from that, but we're taking the car back to where it needed to go.
Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Dylan Mulvaney is bringing her solo autobiographical show, The Least Problematic Woman in the World, to New York's Lucille Lortel Theater, where performances will begin in late September. And we caught up with Dylan here at So-and-So's.
Oh my God, this is the best day of my life. Well, hopefully a bunch of best days of my life. It's all happening.
Has it been a dream, like, I'm going to come to New York, I'm going to do my own show?
Well, I think that a lot of this started after what I like to call Beergate. And so that part wasn't a dream, but it's only gotten better since then. And last year I did the show in Edinburgh. It started with a different title, but it went so well and we sold out and it got lots of lovely reviews and a really, really great response. So I'm excited to bring it to New York now.
You know, because of Beergate, you got so many more fans and so many other people who are like, oh my gosh, I love her. I mean, that must have been like the positive, like the glass is half full.
Yes, but I will tell you, it's easier to read the negative comments more, and that maybe that's with reviews too. And I guess we're going to find out. But I will say that I think the theater community has always been my safe space, and I grew up, singing and dancing my whole life, and so the internet was kind of a little veer off from that, but we're taking the car back to where it needed to go.
So how did you like put the show together? Like what you wanted to say or how you wanted, solo shows are not tough to do, but it's like, it's you up there by yourself. You're in the rehearsal room with Tim.
Yes.
What's that like?
Well, I think that for some people that's, you with a chair and maybe a microphone, but for me it's the most extra experience, and I've thrown everything that I could possibly think of into a show, because I'm sort of like, well, if you didn't like that, you're gonna love this. And there's a lot of music, so we've got 6 original songs that I've written with some really lovely people like Toby and Lucy, who wrote Six the Musical, Mark Sonnenblick, who did K-pop K-pop Demon Hunters. That's what it is. And Ingrid Michaelson from The Notebook. And so I feel like I'm just so excited to get to work with all the people that I've grew up loving. And now Timmy Jackson, my director, who's about to come with 2 Strangers as well. It's a big season for them. But they've become one of my best friends and collaborators, and somebody that I think with a one-person show, you really got to trust the people that you're in that room with, and they've always steered me in the right direction.
I love the people you're composing with.
They're great, right?
I love every single one.
I can't believe they said yes. I think that, Ingrid Michaelson was somebody that I used to cry to in high school when I was like 14, and I didn't even know what the songs really meant, but I knew that they were supposed to be sad, and so I would cry. But now I know what her songs mean, and I think the one in my show specifically will hopefully be a little bit of an emotional journey, but a good one.
So you've been to the theater already, to the Lortel, right? Have you seen? Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Mary was the first show that I saw there, and hi, Cole. And I think what's so exciting about it is that it feels like a place where weird can be celebrated, and my show is pretty weird. I'm not going to lie, but it's also, I think, there's something for everyone, and just because the show follows my, gender journey and identity exploration. I think it's really for anyone who's looking to kind of strip themselves from labels or pop to their next one. And I'm wearing a shirt that says Retired Twink right now. And I would say one of the most problematic pieces of the show is that I do play a twink for about half of it. But we move past that label onto the next. And I think that people are going to get a real kick out of it.
I just love like the audience is going to come to this. I mean, in Edinburgh, you must have had all these incredible people come to the show. What was it like meeting your fan base and meeting people that you touched?
Well, I think having the dolls in the audience was the best, because I kind of really needed their seal of approval on this one. And as much as I think a lot of my social media content was sort of for like cis consumption, it was a little trans 101. And this is less of like trying to educate, but more just trying to experience through just my journey, but knowing that other dolls saw themselves in me on that stage. It just meant a lot. And I think for me, I don't see myself as an activist, but I think I really want to figure out how to advocate for trans people in theater. So if we can get more dolls on stage other than me, then that's a win. And I'm doing Carnegie Hall in October with like Laverne Cox and some really lovely trans people. And so I want more of this energy.
So, like being in the theater, like I know Oh Mary was there. We all fell in love with the show down there. It's such a beautiful space.
Perfect.
And it's perfect for a one-person show too, right?
Oh, 1,000%. I can't think of a better place to start the show and bring it to America now, and hopefully get some Gen Zers in the audience. I think my attention span is frickin' short now because of TikTok. But if we can get them to sit through this 80 minutes, I think we might be okay.
Yeah. What do you hope audiences take away after seeing you on stage at the Lortel?
Ooh, I think a lot of people might have preconceived notions of me going in. And so I think redefining some of those and redefining some of what they might believe about themselves. Or I think one of my teachers in college said, instead of judging something, find it fascinating. And so I think I'm hoping that they leave feeling fascinated about what might be left to find out in their lives. And I know I hopefully will still have a lot more to figure out about mine.
Your glass is always half full, isn't it?
I try. Oh, honey, it's getting hard. But I think that for me right now, being on stage is the happiest place through these dark times. And I think as much trans joy as I can spread, and so much of that I think is I scroll online and I can't feel when I see those names on in the comments or in the likes. It doesn't hit the same way it does just being in the same room as other people. And so I think this is what I need right now, and hopefully what New York needs.
Oh, yeah.